Meet 36-year-old Jamal PHILLIP, who lives in the Lackalum housing scheme with his wife and son.
We met on Facebook. I sent him the friend request and then he accepted and then we start talking and one thing led to the next.
What
Yeah,
about him did you like?
everything.
That's Yolanda PHILLIP, Jamal's wife. We caught up with Jamal at the St. George's Methodist School, where he teaches a student with visual impairment how to use the computer.
The way I perceive life to be, I just, the type of person that think once you're alive, you can be who or whatever you want to be. And nothing should stop you from doing that. Because I know I would meet up other blind persons, and trust me, I'm not making comparison, but I could really see them in a different light, because they would be like, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that.
His former primary and secondary school teacher, Imogen Howard, describes him as determined and hardworking.
Jamal was a force to reckon with. Despite he was blind, he was top of the class. And you'd find many times teachers would come and say, look, Jamal is blind and he's performing well, his average is this and he's coming in the first two. And you are there and you have your sight and you're playing the fool. Sometimes you'd find we'd have to say that because he performed in the first two from Form 1 to Form 5. He was giving the children a competition.
Ellis Ogilvie, who is the acting principal at the Resource Center for the Blind, makes the case for including students with special needs in the regular school system. He says teachers need to be educated and be more welcoming.
I think inclusion is necessary. It is important. The persons who are included need the exposure. They need to be with the sighted peers. They need to be with the quote-unquote normal peers. However, I think part of the challenge for us with inclusion has to do with the attitudes of some of the teachers in the mainstream schools. And you'll find that most of the times parents get what I would refer to as a pushback rather than the welcoming open arms. And that to me sometimes could be a problem. But I believe as long as we can do the necessary education of the teachers and so on, you'll find that once the attitude changes, I think it's going to make a big difference in the way we see inclusion for persons who have special needs, not just blind and visually impaired.
Special education needs is one of the projects being undertaken by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning, OECS Pearl. A special education needs survey, which began in September, is aimed at ensuring that all children with special needs are counted and are given an opportunity to learn. For the National Report, I am Sarana Mitchell.